these companies, that is their bread and butter. They design the products to have the highest income. So when you have an income annuity, you have a bucket that is a is for to generate the income. Usually, it will have an income bonus, and then it will have a guaranteed 8% roll up annually, for example. Yeah, so a fixed indexed annuity, I would say for growth, is a simpler product, I would say. It basically has just one bucket where the money goes in. You may get a upfront bonus added to the funds, but it just grows annually and it gets interest credited based on the index return. So at the end of each year, it gets credited interest. It cannot go down from that point. It's a stair-step approach. It's always going up a stair every year, and it can't go back down. If we have a negative 20% year like 2022, you're not going to lose money. Sometimes some of the indexes will have a 1% guarantee or a portion where you get addition added regardless as well. When I do fixed indexed annuities for income, it adds a second bucket to the annuity. Because what that does is it has the growth component that will continue to grow the money, but it also adds a guaranteed lifetime income rider. With the rider, the average fixed indexed annuity has a 1% rider fee that's internally within the fixed indexed annuity. And when I run software, I have a case design assistant. He runs about 40 companies. And so we want to give the client whichever company is paying the highest income for life. That may be different based on someone's age, where they live, if they want to defer 1 year, if they want to defer 5 years. Different companies have different specialties. But you are right when you say, these companies, that is their bread and butter. They design the products to have the highest income. So when you have an income annuity, you have a bucket that is for to generate the income. Usually, it will have an income bonus, and then it will have a guaranteed 8% roll up annually, for example. And so when I meet with someone, if they say they have a certain amount of money in an IRA or Roth IRA or savings that they want to put into an income stream, I'm able to tell them, if you defer 1 year, this is how much you get. If you defer 3 years, 5 years, we know all the numbers up front. There's no guessing. It's going to pay out based on future market returns. It's all known up front. The income part. Now, the growth within the fixed indexed annuity grows based on the index choices that are chose, and that is based on how the market grows in the future. But the income side is really the most important reason people do this. There was a study recently that said a healthy couple that is 65 has a 25% chance of one of those persons living into their 90s. So if you have that guaranteed income stream that cannot end, then it's not going to end. You eliminate longevity risk from occurring and you running out of money and only being on Social Security, if that's even around 25 years from now. That's another story. But the main thing is, and there's also been studies showing people with multiple guaranteed income streams have lower stress, have more peace of mind, and they live longer. So.
Absolutely. Such great content there. Thank you very much. And the final words are really important, folks. Peace of mind. This is the stability factor in the uncertainties of everything else. And so it takes a team. It takes a team to put together, and a team of like-minded people who understand public policy, understand this global financial reset. And that's why I put together the Goots model, which can be found, folks, at wealthcoachuniversity.com. One of the modules is a free video educational modules. One of them speaks specifically to annuities. And I really redo it and perhaps solicit your services, Brandon, and replace what I put there or add to it, because you can add far more information than I was able to that model. But Brandon's going to be visiting us at least monthly, maybe twice a month on this broadcast to reveal the world of information that's available. Now, you mentioned a few moments ago, you have, for lack of a better word, I can't recall, an assistant, a part of your team that does case design. Does this mean that you can run, like you were talking about, the different components within the fixed indexed annuity? You can run an illustration that can show the folks based on guaranteed and then presumed growth rates and so forth of what that looks like till age 100, right? To take some of the uncertainty out of it. Is that part of a service that you can provide?
Yes, that's correct. So anyone that I meet with, there's probably been a couple people listening here that we've met already. They know that I am a big component of having different buckets. So that is why me and John gel well together, because I am a big component of having growth areas, having gold, silver, having things outside of the annuity. But anytime
Mhm.
someone does meet with me, we go over their ages, their total assets, because we want this to be a portion of their assets that are used for really the foundation, the stability of their retirement plan. I want people to have money in assets that are growing and beating inflation and continuing to rise.
Mhm.
And you're able to do that just succinctly and very easily if your expenses each month that you have, your mortgage, your rent, if you even have those, car payments, things like that, are just covered by a payment that comes in, just like when you were working your job or business prior to retiring. So everyone that
Mhm.
yes that meets with me, I we have the individual companies we go to. We get an illustration. I'll send a screenshot of the exact income numbers. They all of the income annuities that I do that are guaranteed for either a single life, or if it's a married couple, it's a joint life. It pays out until the second spouse passes. They do pay out until, if the person lives to 120. If you live that long, they will
Nice.
continue to pay out.
Well, the med beds that are coming are going to end up. I hope the insurance companies factor that in, because we may be living to 100 and 120 down the line. But that is very encouraging, and you can't get that anywhere else. You really can't. You
Well,
can't get that level of guarantee anywhere except a strong insurance company.
and I'll
You're
just
going to say
say
something?
just one example that I ran today. For someone that is looking for immediate income off a joint. This was a couple that 70 and 65, joint income, say 100,000. It's going to pay a guaranteed 8% for life out to you immediately. So if someone does a 1 year deferral, if they defer longer, they're going to get a higher percentage. But a lot of times we hear, the 4% rule. If we can generate a guaranteed 8+% to you, cannot end um, off of a premium that you never have to worry about running out. The reason they do the 4% rule is because if you live 30 years, there's a chance of it running out with downturns, losses,
Yeah.
not sustained growth. But this is an 8% plus that cannot end and continues to pay regardless, and is not based on future returns. So that's just a great story to tell, to put as a foundation for your income to use.
We are at war, and we must unite in truth. Subscribe for free at johnmichaelchambers.com for my monthly communique, which includes alerts, warnings, announcements, and access to my most valuable resource network to help you to navigate this storm. With your free subscription, you will also receive a digital copy of one of my books, Trump and the Resurrection of America, an Amazon 5-star rated book and 6-star rated by the late Robert David Steele. Won't you join me as we take our country back and redirect humanity on this much needed course correction? Remain informed, empowered, and connected, and subscribe today at johnmichaelchambers.com.